In this video, we are going to learn a little bit about the how. How does our body digest the food that we offer it? In the last video, we had talked about the different nutrients that our body needs. So when those nutrients come into our body, after they get past the mouth and the esophagus into the stomach, this is where a lot of those nutrients start to get broken down by the beautiful and valuable stomach acid that our body produces. With that acid breakdown, these nutrients are able to come into a form that is much easier for the body to take up and absorb. From there, it comes in contact with things like the liver or the gallbladder and the pancreas. The liver is extremely important as a checkpoint. It checks to make sure there's no major toxins. It's going to start giving the rest of the digestive tract signaling to say this is something that you have to digest, or this is a nutrient that's coming your way. And also something we're going to talk about, which is this concept of satiety. The liver is a very important checkpoint for the body to decide to send the signal to the brain that I am full. This is going to play a key role when we talk about things like weight management and getting just the right amount of nutrients, but not too much more or less. The gallbladder is extremely important for the absorption of fats in your food. We talked about fats being important for things like making hormones, as well as being the lubrication for a lot of your body. We also then see the pancreas. This pancreas is extremely important for helping you take carbohydrates that get digested in the body and move it to all the right places, especially things like the brain, the muscles, and fatty tissue for things like storage. Once we get past that, we go to the small and large intestine. In the small intestine, a lot of your micronutrients, your vitamins and your minerals start to really get digested, really get absorbed. And when we get to the large intestine, a lot of water gets reabsorbed that may have been missed, and a lot of other very important nutrients, example, fiber, and a lot of other nutrients that come with that fiber also get reabsorbed in the large intestine, while we're in the process of making things like waste product, whatever didn't get digested or wasn't necessary for the body, for it to finally leave your body. Now, in this digestive process, many of these things are things most of our bodies come with. But there's one piece of the digestive process that I want to at least introduce you to if you've never heard of it before, and or bring the importance of it if you have heard it before. And that is this thing called the microbiome. Your microbiome lives mainly in the large intestine, and its function is to really help you better break down foods, especially foods that it recognizes. In the next video, we're going to go into much more detail about this microbiome and even get a simple example of when you choose good foods for the body, that must involve foods that the microbiome can recognize, because in many ways it plays a huge role in making sure that all the nutrients that you could possibly absorb from a food are actually going to come into the body. The microbiome is also very, very linked to your immune system. So we're going to go into that in detail in the next video as well. But I'm hoping this video was a good start to understand how each and every organ plays a very important role in the digestive process, and what we want to do when we absorb nutrients and choose nutrients for our body is try to make them the most unprocessed, natural versions, the most anti-inflammatory.